Good afternoon, everyone. This is the Rooftop Sports, and here we are in our very last regular season game for the Seattle Mariners. And what a season that it has been. And I am glad to do my 71st show of the season. Yeah, 71st show of the season. Although my goal was 100, I didn't get to it. I am still proud that I was able to still break my personal record of 60 to do 71. And maybe next year I will get to that mark of 100. That would be the goal. So that way, maybe I can give a run for the money for some other YouTuber that I just don't want to name because I don't want it's all about protecting the brand of other people, even from myself. But although everything is locked up for the second seed, Mariners don't really have much to play for, and neither do the Dodgers. But doesn't mean that it's not baseball. We still have one more game to play, as we got the Seattle Mariners and the Los Angeles Dodgers. And the Seattle Mariners are going to be looking to go for win number 71, which would be their. I mean, the last time they got 71 wins was when they played in the 2000 season, when they won 71 games to win the wild card, especially on the very last day. Other interesting things to note is it's going to be Cal Raleigh's opportunity to get to, hey, if he can get to 3 home runs, he'll get 63 and break Aaron Judge's record. But I think deep down, he just wants to maybe break Babe Ruth's record and just get it over with. And also another thing of note that this is going to be Clayton Kershaw's, could be his very last start, as he has announced retirement, and he's not even going to be on the wild card roster. So he's going to be left off for that. Who knows if he'll be on the division roster. So nothing clear to be seen, but this really actually could be Clayton Kershaw's final game of the season, of his career as well. But until then, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And also donate to this channel for one last time, at least in the regular season, as the goal will be 50. And I do want to let you all know as well that I will not be able to complete the Mariners game today. I will be going up to 2 o'clock. And then once it hits 2 o'clock, I have got to take off because hashtag don't quit your day job. And I also just want to say thank you very much for your flexibility with me and my just crazy, ridiculous scheduling and what has gone through the entire season. Hopefully by next year, things will be a little bit more smoother. But what you guys can do to put me in the position where don't quit your day job does not have to get in the way. Not only hit the like button, subscribe, but also donate as much as you possibly can, as much as you need and as many as you want. I don't know. So let's so definitely help me get to that. Hopefully the playoffs, I'll get to know more fans, more baseball fans through my live streaming, as I am planning to do that for game 1 and game 2 of the American League Division Series between the Seattle Mariners and the team that is to be determined, which would be the winner of seed number 3 and 6, which is projected to be Cleveland and the Detroit Tigers. But until then, we got a game. And the starting lineups for the Seattle Mariners, we've got Randy Arozarena, Cal Raleigh, Eugenio Suarez, Mitch Garver, Luke Raley, J.P. Crawford, Leo Rivas on right field. Not even Dom Canzone's going to be playing. No Julio Rodriguez as well. No Victor Robles and no Dom Canzone. Cole Young at second base and Miles Mastrobuoni, who has returned to the lineup for the Seattle Mariners. He's going to be playing first base. So don't expect anything grand out of this game. Then on the starting lineups for the Los Angeles Dodgers, looks like they got more of their elite players. Got Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Teoscar Hernandez, Michael Conforto. Got Pages, Kiki Hernandez, Hesung Kim, and Rovate. Can't even say his name. But those will be the guys today. And on the Mariners injury report, got Victor Robles on a day-to-day, Gregory Santos on a 60-day, Jackson Kowar on a 15. Josh Naylor is still day-to-day, so he'll probably be back for the division series. And Brian Wu also set to be back for the division series. Temperatures today will be 67 degrees, clear sunny skies. It'll be a perfect day to end Mariners baseball season. So what I expect from today, I just expect it to be a very relaxing game. And also, I do certainly expect Cal Raleigh to be. Prediction on the Mariners playoffs. Best case scenario, the ALCS. Worst case scenario, obviously, they just flame out in the division series. Now I'm going to actually wear my Mariners hat. Rather have Vader just wear the helmet on top of his helmet. I mean, can you believe that? And the game's going to be starting in about 10 minutes, or 4 minutes, shall I say. And also, exciting announcement. Exciting announcement. I'll probably be playing this video quite a bit more often. Is I do have a video in the makings set to release by Wednesday and as late as Friday. And if the video is set to be released on Wednesday, that means I'll release it to the members by Tuesday. So if you are a paid member, if you want to see it, if you want to get dibs on Tuesday night, then subscribe to this channel for just $5 a month. And now here is the preview for the Seattle Mariners 2001 video. On September 24th, 2025, the Seattle Mariners won the American League West Division for the first time since 2001. And the last time the Mariners won the division, Shrek was a hit in theaters. The iPod wasn't even released yet. The Xbox and Halo wasn't even released. Tom Brady didn't even make his first NFL start. George W. Bush was the president of the United States. And Donald Trump wasn't even a TV star yet. And Harry Potter didn't even hit theaters. And if you got anything else, please leave it in the comments. So about that 2001 Mariners squad, a team that not only won the American League West, but also tied the Major League record for the most wins in a single season of 116, tying the Chicago Cubs of 1906, led by Japanese superstar Ichiro Suzuki, longtime Mariner icon Edgar Martinez, a superstar out of nowhere in Brett Boone, starting pitching staff led by Freddie Garcia and Jamie Moyer, and beloved Japanese closer in Kazuhiro Sasaki. Today, we are going back in time to relive the incredible 2001 season. But before we do, I want to remind you, with the Mariners finally hosting the American League Division Series, you will want to score playoff tickets since the Mariners making the playoffs seem like an every once-in-a-while thing. So don't miss your opportunity to use SeatGeek, where you can find the best seats for the best deal. Use my promo code ROOFTOPSPORTS to get $20 off the purchase. Yeah, why not save that $20 for concessions, or let alone check out the International District and check out their authentic food options. And now back to the 2001 Mariners season. So yeah, use that promo code Rooftop Sports, get your $20 off as we are getting into the playoffs. And now here's Clayton Kershaw. He's going to be the starter for the Mariners along with Bryce Miller, starter for the Dodgers, as Bryce Miller is the starter for the Seattle Mariners. And this will likely be his final start as the Mariner, as he will probably be going into the playoffs as a pitcher in the bullpen. And it has every reason to, because he had battled injuries, had a 5.53 ERA, gave up 15 home runs. So not exactly a good season from Bryce Miller compared to last season, which last season he was on an absolute tear last season, going 12-8 with a 2.94 ERA, 171 strikeouts, and just 45 walks. He was absolutely a monster last year. Even in his 2024 season, where he was still a better pitcher than he is in 2025. So we're getting ready, and looks like Clayton Kershaw is getting his last high fives, as Clayton Kershaw is not going to be playing in the wild card round, but we still have baseball. Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, and Freddie Freeman, all former MVPs, will be your first batters of this inning. Dave Roberts being shown, as he has been a longtime manager. And yeah, for Clayton Kershaw, he has had a long storied career for the Los Angeles Dodgers. He has been a pitcher of the Dodgers since 2008, been there his entire career. Didn't even pitch on the World Series team of 2024 because his ERA, he's not exactly a good pitcher in the playoffs. And he's been there for a long time. He's been part of 3 World Series teams. He won on 2 of them, on 1 of them. That was in 2020 during COVID. And that one he was actually a really good pitcher. And now Bryce Miller, he is practicing right now. Yeah, Clayton Kershaw, he's been a long time All-Star. He wasn't even an All-Star this year. But he is still being let off for the playoff squad. Bryce Miller's got a four-seamer, sinker, cutter, slider, and a splitter. Got a lot of stuff that he can work with. Let's hope that he does. In his 2 starts against the Dodgers, he has 2 no decisions with a 1.93 ERA on each of them. And now we're getting ready for that first pitch, and it will be brought to you by SeatGeek. Now from Bryce Miller, here is the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball, and we are underway here at T-Mobile Park. Shohei Ohtani had a 279 season, batting with 54 home runs and 101 RBIs. Another excellent season for Shohei Ohtani. And now the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. The Wild Card Series will start on Tuesday. It will be at 6 p.m. at Dodger Stadium. As it looks like the schedule has already pretty much been set at this point. As we're at 1-1. And now here's the pitch. And now here's going to be a liner to right field, and that is going to drop in for a base hit. And that could be extra bases for Shohei Ohtani, and it's going to be. And that is going to be no throw to second. And now we've got 1 out. Oh, we got men on second base. Looks like wild card schedule is already set. At least for the first 2 games. Padres and the Cubs will be playing at 12:08. And it looks like Dodgers will be playing, I guess, Cincinnati at 6:08 on Tuesday. Now here's Mookie Betts. And now here is the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. Mookie Betts is batting .260 with 20 home runs this season. And now here is the pitch. And that's going to be right in there for a strike. Looking at the wild card, it looks like the Mets and the Reds are going to be deadlocked between each other. And it looks like Cincinnati is a win and they're in, and Mets need the Cincinnati Reds to lose, and that's going to be a foul ball. Let's look at the scoreboard for baseball. Let's look at Cincinnati. Reds are playing the Brewers, and the Mets, they are just started underway against Miami. So a lot of things are still on the line between the 2 teams. As we are at 0-2. And now here is the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball again. That's going to be strike 2. We're at 0-2. And now here is the pitch. And check swing, did he go? He does not. The Mariners schedule itself has not been officially released yet. Time is still to be determined. As now we're at 1-2 on Mookie Betts. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball and fouled. Still at 1-2. We're at 1-2 on Mookie Betts. And now here is the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball, and that is going to be a play to short, and now the throw to first. And nice play. That's going to be in time to get him out, and Ohtani does not even move to third base. That was a play by J.P. Crawford. Good play. We'll definitely need that kind of defense in the playoffs, and that's going to be one away. And it's going to be Freddie Freeman up to the plate. Freddie Freeman, another former MVP, and that was when he was with the Atlanta Braves. He was a longtime Brave. Now he's a Dodger. And now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball right to Suarez. Throw to first in time. And Ohtani is still stuck at second base. Mariners are doing a good job holding Ohtani at second base after that double. No, it's not bad because Mariners have had injury problems. I'd rather just get a guarantee for the division. If the Mariners cannot, if they can't win with a bye week, then too bad. And there's no excuses on that. Now here's Teoscar Hernandez up to the plate. He's batting .247, the former Mariner, as he was part of the organization in 2023. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Teoscar Hernandez, since September 9th, is batting .300 with 4 home runs and 11 RBIs. Teoscar was with the Mariners when he was with the Mariners, and now the pitch. And that is a strike. He was batting .258 with 26 home runs and 93 RBIs. It's kind of regressed since last season in his All-Star year. And now here is going to be the 0-2 pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball drilled to right center field. And actually, no, that is going to be caught by Leo Rivas. He makes the catch. He's getting some work in right field. And that's going to retire the side. And here comes Clayton Kershaw. And we are going to take the commercial break. Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thin crust.
Yep. And tomorrow you can get your 25% off the bowling and 50% off of pizza if you just tell them that you found me, that you found that ad through the Rooftop Sports. And now here's Clayton Kershaw. He is going to be on the mound as he has had an 18-year career since 2008. 222 wins. He was a 2014 MVP, 3-time Cy Young, 11-time All-Star, 5-time ERA title, 2-time World Series champion, and 3,000 strikeouts. And now the first pitch, and that's going to be popped up and foul. And this is Randy Arozarena up to the plate, as now he is at an 0-1 count. And just giving you a heads up that I will be taking off at 2 p.m. due to Don't Quit Your Day Job, as we are at 0-1. And now here is the pitch, and a swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 2. Mariners didn't really do that much yesterday. I mean, although they had a 3-2 lead, they completely just blew it in the 9th. And now here is the 0-2, and that's going to be popped up and fouled. Still waiting to see what the schedule is going to be for the wild card, as it looks like everything is pretty much locked up. And now we're at 0-2. And now there's going to be a ground ball, and that is, I think that's going to be a foul ball. Looking at the wild card between the Detroit Tigers and the Cleveland Guardians, as we're at 0-2, the pitch, low for a ball. They are still deadlocked between each other, so whoever wins or whoever loses will determine who is the division winner. Right now, they just clinch playoff berths only. And now here is the 1-2, and he gets jammed up and popped up into the shortstop area. And Kim is there, and he makes the catch, and that's going to be one away. And next up is going to be the big dumper, Cal Raleigh, who still has a chance to beat Babe Ruth's career-high home run record of 60, which was, for at the time, a long-time Major League record from 1927 to 1961. And then that record of 61 in the Major League level was broken in the Major Leagues. Now here's the pitch. Now it's going to be popped up, and he's really trying for it. And Freddie Freeman's going to be there, and he makes the catch, and that's going to be 2 away already. Now it's going to be Eugenio Suarez, who's also trying to get a home run milestone of his career high of 50. And now here is the pitch to Suarez, and that's going to be a strike. So let's see what Cleveland is at 0-0. It looks like they're playing at Texas Rangers, but they have 2 men on. And then the Detroit Tigers, they are losing 1-0 to Boston. And looking at whoever the division winner is going to be, now the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. Look at the Yankees. Yankees are winning 1-0, while the Blue Jays are actually losing. So theoretically, if the Yankees win and the Blue Jays lose, that means the Yankees will win that division. Now the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. Because now we're at 1-2. And now here is the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. That's going to be 2-2 on Eugenio Suarez. Suarez is trying to get home run number 50. At least get that before the playoffs. Get that out of your system. And now here is the 2-2 pitch. And that's going to be inside for a ball, 3-2. Full count. And now here is the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to right field. And he's going to be there and makes the catch. And that's going to retire the side. And an easy 1-2-3 inning for Clayton Kershaw. And now we go into the top of the second, and it's still no score. Commercial break is still ongoing. And now we are back from the break. And now the hitter is going to be Michael Conforto, following Pages and Kiki Hernandez. Now the pitch, and low for a ball. As we're at 1-1. And now here is the next pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball, 2-1 for Michael Conforto, who is batting .200 with 12 home runs and 36 RBIs. Now we're at 2-1. And now the pitch to Conforto. And that's going to be up high for a ball. Now we're at 3-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be outside for ball 4. Take your base. And now we got a man on first base. And now next up to bat is going to be, who is this guy? It's going to be Pages up to the plate. Andy Pages. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a ball outside. Pages has been with this team since 2024. He's one of the younger players. This season, he took a step further by hitting 27 home runs and 85 RBIs. Could be one of the futures of the Dodgers. He was a somewhat contributor for the World Series with 2 home runs, or the postseason. Now the pitch. Now here's a fly ball to left field. And Arozarena's there, and he makes the catch. And that's going to be 1 away. And Conforto has to go to first base. Another reason why the bye is good is because while the Mariners have been hot, so had the Guardians. And then Mr. Sticky, I think you asked me a question and might as well address it right now. So he goes, you actually wanted the Astros to make the playoffs, so there could be an Astros-Mariners postseason rematch. But at the same time, Astros were dealing with a lot of injuries while the Mariners were dealing with some injuries too, especially with our starters. I think the Mariners were more fortunate to have it all come together at the end, and that's going to be a strike. I mean, there was a real possibility that Victor Robles could have missed the entire season. There might have been a controversial opinion that if the Astros never moved to the American League West and been as good as they have been, I think the Mariners would still be in the drought and not have won a division. Interesting. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 2. You believe the challenge of overcoming Astros has been a catalyst for the Mariners to improve. I think the reason it has taken so long to win wasn't due to dumb curse, but rather due to complacency and stagnation from top to bottom. You know, it would have been a statement, would have been a nice statement to beat Houston in the playoffs. Now the pitch, and that's going to be popped up, and that is going to be, yep, he's making the catch. There's not really a good answer. I think Jay tried in podcast with Cleveland, or he might want Detroit, because if you can get through Tariq Skubal, then there's really nothing after that. But Skubal is an absolute beast. And you can't really, you don't want to depend on trying to beat Tariq Skubal. But I don't know. There's not really a right answer to it. Now, here is Haesung Kim, the Korean star, and he is up to the plate. And now here's the pitch, and that's going to be up high for a ball. As we're at 1-0. Haesung Kim has had a pretty good season this season. He's batting .280, and now the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. In 70 games, Haesung Kim hit .280 with a .315 on base percentage. He did strike out a lot more than he walked. 2 home runs and 15 RBIs. Could be one of the players of the future. And now here's the pitch. And now here's a fly ball drilled to right field. Forget about that one. That was a monster home run by Haesung Kim. And the Dodgers now have taken the lead to make it 2-0. And that was just absolutely crushed. And that is his 3rd home run of the season. And what a season that he has been having as a part-time guy. And now it's 2-0 Dodgers. Absolutely just blasted. And hats off to you, my Korean brother, for that huge home run. And Teoscar Hernandez gives him a shower of sunflower seeds. And that was just absolutely blasted. I mean, just look at that. Just destroyed. Yeah, I'm going to have to do a YouTube short on that one. Kim Hae-sung hits a home run. That's how you say it in the Korean way. You have to say the last name first. Kim Hae-sung. And now here's the pitch. And that is going to be low for a ball. I don't even mind if the Mariners get swept. Just bring in next week. We're playing with 5 starters, yeah. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball right to first base, Mastrobuoni. He gets it, and that's going to be 3 outs. That's going to retire the side. And just crazy to think that the Mariners are still showing their inability to get out of 2 outs. Oh, boy. Let's get some runs at least. Let's not go down in humiliating way against the Dodgers, especially when they're playing all their second unit players. Yeah, Kim Hae-sung absolutely destroyed that one. I wonder what kind of a game that Haesung Kim is going to have. And some of you people are here, and some of you may have missed this video, but here it is. It's going to be a sneak preview of my 2001 Mariners video that I am working on. On September 24th, 2025, the Seattle Mariners won the American League West Division for the first time since 2001. And the last time the Mariners won the division, Shrek was a hit in theaters. The iPod wasn't even released yet. The Xbox and Halo wasn't even released. Tom Brady didn't even make his first NFL start. George W. Bush was the president of the United States, and Donald Trump wasn't even a TV star yet, and Harry Potter didn't even hit theaters. And if you got anything else, please leave it in the comments. So about that 2001 Mariners squad, a team that not only won the American League West, but also tied the Major League record for the most wins in a single season of 116, tying the Chicago Cubs of 1906, led by Japanese superstar Ichiro Suzuki, longtime Mariner icon Edgar Martinez, a superstar out of nowhere in Brett Boone, starting pitching staff led by Freddie Garcia and Jamie Moyer, and beloved Japanese closer in Kazuhiro Sasaki. Today, we are going back in time to relive the incredible 2001 season. But before we do, I want to remind you, with the Mariners finally hosting the American League Division Series, you will want to score playoff tickets since the Mariners making the play. Well, all right, I'm going to have to show it some other time. And we are back from the break, and they are talking to Clayton Kershaw's wife, who is finally happy that her husband's going to retire. That way, Clayton Kershaw can spend the rest of his life with his family. We're going to play the winner of the Cleveland Guardians and the Detroit Tigers. Now the pitch to Garver. And that's going to be low for a ball. And now here is the pitch. And a swing and a miss, and that's going to be a strike. I think it's going to be strike 2. No, it's going to be 1-1. Excuse me. And now the pitch. Low for a ball. That's going to be 2-1. The question is, I wonder if Hye-Sung Kim is even going to get his not Hye-Sung Kim, if Harry Ford's going to get his opportunities, which I hope he does. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And now the pitch. Now here's a fly ball and fouled. And it looks like that is Luke Raley up to the plate. Looks like Mitch Garver had struck out. And they're paying too much attention to Clayton Kershaw's wife. I mean, it is Dodgers broadcasting, but still want to know what's going on in this game. But that's how much you know that there's really nothing to play for in this series, in this game. Now the pitch to Luke Raley. And that's going to be a ball. Wonder what was happened on the last play. Garver struck out. And now the pitch to Luke Raley. Swing and a miss, and that is going to be strike 2. I mean, if only. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's another strikeout for Clayton Kershaw. Actually, that's his first strikeout of the game. And now that's going to be 1 out. Wonder how much innings Clayton Kershaw is going to get. There's a lot of Dodger fans, too. I mean, just look at all the blue jerseys out there. Not much Mariner fans, because I guess they're just waiting until the playoffs. And now the pitch to J.P. Crawford. And that's going to be a foul ball. And the pitch. And now here's going to be a liner to left field, and that is going to be a base hit, the first base hit for the Mariners. And now they got a man on first base. And next up is going to be Leo Rivas. And now here is Leo Rivas up to the plate. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. That's going to be 1-1. Pitch. Low for a ball. Now we're at 2-1 for Rivas. And the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. Ball 3. 3-1. And that's what I'm looking forward to for Leo Rivas, is his great ability to play some small ball, get some walks, get some little base hits, so he can set up for the big guys to make the plays, or he can make some big plays himself, make some big hits. The pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. He had to swing at that one because it was clearly in the strike zone, and now it's going to be a full count, 3-2. As now we are at still the full count 3-2. And now the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to left center field. And the center fielder's there, and he makes the catch, and that's going to retire the side. And he gets out of that inning pretty easy, even with J.P. Crawford at first base. I don't know. I mean, at least it's day-to-day, and at least it's no indication that he's going to be out for the playoffs. But I don't know. But if he is out, that would be very concerning.
On September 24th, 2025, the Seattle Mariners won the American League West Division for the first time since 2001. And the last time the Mariners won the division, Shrek was a hit in theaters. The iPod wasn't even released yet. The Xbox and Halo wasn't even released. Tom Brady didn't even make his first NFL start. George W. Bush was the president of the United States. And Donald Trump wasn't even a TV star yet. And Harry Potter didn't even hit theaters. And if you got anything else, please leave it in the comments. So about that 2001 Mariners squad, a team that not only won the American League West, but also tied the Major League record for the most wins in a single season of 116, tying the Chicago Cubs of 1906, led by Japanese superstar Ichiro Suzuki, longtime Mariner icon Edgar Martinez, a superstar out of nowhere in Brett Boone, starting pitching staff led by Freddie Garcia and Jamie Moyer, and beloved Japanese closer in Kazuhiro Sasaki. Today, we are going back in time to relive the incredible 2001 season. But before we do, I want to remind you, with the Mariners finally hosting the American League Division Series, you will want to score playoff tickets since the Mariners making the playoffs seem like an every once in a while thing. So don't miss your opportunity to use SeatGeek, where you can find the best seats for the best deal. Use my promo code ROOFTOPSPORTS to get $20 off the purchase. Yeah, why not save that $20 for concessions, or let alone check out the International District and check out their authentic food options. And now back to the 2001 Mariners season.
Hope you liked the video. It's a long ways to go, of course. I've pretty much just started on the project, but we'll see where it goes. And now here is Shohei Ohtani up to the plate. Two Asian players in this lineup, Shohei Ohtani from Japan and Haesung Kim of South Korea. Kim Haesung from South Korea. And now the pitch to Ohtani, and that's going to be low for a ball. He's batting .280 with 54 home runs and 101 RBIs. Hi, Matthew. How's it going? And now here is the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball. Last time Mariners won the divisions, landlines and cordless phones were still popular. Yep, they were still very much being in use. Cell phones were barely a thing. And now we're at 2-1, and now here is the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. And I remember how much those flip phones were such a really big deal to have back then, back in 2001. Then it became more mainstream just about a couple years later. I got my first flip phone in 2003. It was a Sprint black and white phone. And then I upgraded to I don't even know what I forgot. As we're at 2-2. And now here is the pitch. Low for a ball. I had a flip phone, a Sprint flip phone. It was like my first ever camera phone. That was like a huge deal back then. And then after that, I moved on to some other flip phone where you just push the button and it pops out. I thought that was pretty cool. Then I went to Palm, and then the iPhone, and now the Samsung. Now the 3-2, and that's going to be popped up and still foul. 3-2. Still at 3-2. And the pitch. Now here's going to be a liner to right field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. And now Ohtani gets on base with a single. And I was 9 in 2001. Ohtani is now a triple and a home run away from the cycle. And the last player to hit a cycle against the Mariners was Yordan Alvarez. I actually did cover that game with Steve. And now we got Mookie Betts up to the plate. And the pitch, I had a phone when I was 11. This was going into 6th grade as a middle schooler. I can't even find that old phone that I used to have. Is now we're at 1-0. I didn't even collect Pokemon cards. Didn't even try. And the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to left field, and Randy Arozarena. No, it's going to be Luke Raley makes the catch. And that's going to be 1 out right there. And now we got Freddie Freeman up to the plate. He's batting .294 with 23 home runs and 88 RBIs. And now the pitch. It's going to be a ground ball foul. Yep, the Mariners' rotation was Freddie Garcia, Jamie Moyer, Paul Abbott, Aaron Seeley, and their number 5 was either a mixture of John Halama and Joel Pinheiro. And now the pitch. That's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 0-2. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball to deep left center field. And that could be trouble. And that is gone. That is a home run for Freddie Freeman. And the Dodgers are breaking this one open. And now it's the Dodgers 4 and the Mariners nothing. And the Dodgers are just at an absolute running riot. And the Mariners just have absolutely nothing to show for. Oh, boy. I get it. It's the last game, but you kind of want to go into it with some kind of a win and not treat these games like it's a bunch of nothing. But yeah, Freddie Freeman just absolutely just blasted it out of there. And you kind of figured that it was going to be gone. But yeah, I'm looking at the starting 5 Mariners rotation. It was Freddie Garcia as one of them. And now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. So it's Freddie Garcia. Brett Tomko even got a start. As we're at 1-0. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Now I kind of want to see what it was like in September. As we're at 1-1. And the pitch again. And now here's going to be a ground ball right to J.P. Crawford. Throw to first. And that is going to be not in time. We got a man on first base with still just 1 out. So yeah, Paul Abbott, Joel Pinheiro. Going backwards right now. Aaron Seeley actually was really bad in 2001 in the second half. He had a 10-1 start, and then up to 11-1, and then went 4-4 after that. And now the pitch, and that's going to be in there for a strike. It was Aaron Seeley and John Halama. Then it was Freddie Garcia. And then Jamie Moyer. As we're at 0-1. And the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. And the 0-2. And that's going to be low for a ball. As we're at 1-2. And the pitch. It's going to be a ground ball foul. One, two. Low for a ball. Now at 2-2. And I have just over an hour remaining until my show is over. As we are at 2-2, and thank goodness the Mariners got their sweep on Colorado. And now the pitch. And that's going to be 3-2. And I think Bryce Miller may not even last long either, but I think they're going to let him. I think they should just let him go as long as you can to give some bullpen some rest. But then with the bye week, you still have more time to rest anyway. And now we're at 3-2. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be another foul ball. But yeah, that 2001 team certainly did have an explosive offense. Had a good mixture of power and small ball. You had Ichiro Suzuki as your leadoff hitter. You had Mike Cameron as your formidable number 2 player, number 2 hitter. And now the pitch. That's going to be a foul ball. And you had Ichiro, who was a 350 hitter. Mike Cameron with 25 home runs and 110 RBIs. Edgar Martinez had another 100 RBI season, absolutely consistent. 40 double season. You had Brett Boone, 37 home runs, 141 RBIs. And now the 3-2. And that's going to be inside for ball 4. Take your base. And the Dodgers are still threatening. The disappointing part of the season, though, was Carlos Guillen had a very underwhelming season. He was expected to take like a huge step forward. In 140 games, he had 5 home runs, batting .259 with 53 RBIs, 21 doubles. Carlos Guillen in 2000, in a more limited role, played in 90 games, 7 home runs. He had 15 doubles. So when you were expecting to kind of multiply that by 1.5, he should have been a 14, 15 home run hitter. And then all of a sudden, when he gets into his 30s, he became an all-star. When he got to 28 years old, he became an all-star with 20 home runs and 97 RBIs. Like he was one of the better players. He actually signed with the Mariners for the 2012 season for a spring training invite. And now I kind of regrets not going to spring training for 2012. And now here's the next hitter, and this is going to be, I think this is Andy Pages. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 1. Mariners were the hottest team in baseball, and all of a sudden they cooled off for the Dodgers series. As we're at 0-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. That's going to be 0-2. Who do I think was the most underrated player in that 2001 squad? Well, let's find out. As now we're at 0-2. And now the pitch. Outside for a ball. And there's, I don't know. David Bell was a formidable third baseman. Dan Wilson was actually decent. Now we're at 1-2. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. And that is going to be strike 3. Finally gets the second out. And now we're going to get the next batter. And that, I think it's going to be Kiki Hernandez. I think in 2001, we won the divisional against the White Sox. That was 2000 on a bunt that brought the runner home. That was Ricky Henderson, 2000 in game 3. And I was supposed to go to that game with my father, but my mother vetoed it because of, quote, need for education. And now the pitch. And a swing and a miss. That's going to be strike one. And my father told me that it was the biggest regret, one of the biggest regrets of his life, of not taking me to a 2000 Mariners game playoff clincher. I was only 8 years old, and I could have experienced that. As we're at 0-1. And now here's going to be a ground ball. Should be easy play. Go to third, and that is going to be in time. I was doing the game yesterday, and we're going to go into the next inning. I think the Mariners are going to need a speech like this now that they're playing terrible. Gotta find that video.
My point is it's across all Seattle sports. It's this idea, like people pleading 3-4 years ago to bring back Ichiro. When Ichiro was like 93 years old. I'm like, no, I do not want to bring back Ichiro. Like Griffey, when he's got a walker out there and he gives you a single every 60 games. Like the list goes on and on. Like people crying. Like Haniger comes back, and you think that we just signed a Hall of Famer. Like he was injured all of last year. He's like 33 years old. We trade for him, give up on Robbie Ray, which whatever. And all of a sudden, I swear, all of Twitter is like, World Series, baby! Let's go! Let's go! He was a negative WAR player for them last year, but because we love Hanny, baby, he's going to come and save the Mariners.
Taco lovers, this one's for you. Come enjoy tacos auténticos at Snoqualmie Mexican food truck, packed with flavor, made with love, and always fresh. Try our carne asada, al pastor con piña, and more. Topped with cebolla, cilantro, y a squeeze of lime. Pair it with a cold drink and relax at our outdoor seating. Perfecto para disfrutar. Find us at the Snoqualmie Mexican food truck, open daily. Ven con hambre, sal fies.
And it looks like we're getting close to being back from the break. And Clayton Kershaw is wheeling and dealing still. And now here's the pitch to Cole Young. And that is a strike. Clayton Kershaw, in 2 innings of work, he's got 2 strikeouts and he's given up no runs and only 1 hit. And the pitch, way low for a ball. That is going to be 1-1. Yeah, the Mariners pretty much did take a nap. And the pitch, swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 2. And Josh, one of the MVPs of my Mariners, you are getting your ass on this show. But just note, I will only be here for 1 hour. And now we're at 1-2, and now here is the pitch. And now here's going to be a ground ball right to second base, throw to first, and that's going to be in time. And that's going to be 1 out. And now next batter is going to be Miles Mastrobuoni. And believe it or not, the Mariners still haven't even gone through their lineup yet. And once Josh gets on the real camera, I will get him onto the show. And he will be. And now here is Mastrobuoni. And now the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. Well, all I can say is condolences to yesterday.
Yeah, I'm happy because this team needs some changes. So honestly, missing the playoffs was probably the best thing that could have happened.
It's a good problem to have when you were so used to it for almost a decade of making it to the playoffs, actually a decade, with the exception of 2016 when you had an off year. And now here is the 1-1. And that's going to be in there for a strike. It's been quite a game so far. Mariners pretty much just laying an egg in the last 3 days, especially when they were the hottest team in baseball. Now people might say, oh, they only just swept the Rockies. Ooh, big deal.
Well, and also the bad thing is this is actually not a good thing for the Mariners right now because you're going into the playoffs and you're going to take at least a few days off. And so you've been napping for basically, almost 2 weeks.
Well,
You're
3
going to come out
days.
really rusty.
Oh, I see what you mean. Well, at least a week. And now here's going to be a fly ball to left field, and that is just missing it. That's going to be a foul ball. I think a Dodgers
just
fan
because you
caught
get
it.
the bye week doesn't mean it's a great thing. You gotta. A lot of teams have struggled ever since they've done this format of how do I not get rusty and then just lay an egg in the playoffs. And very few 1 and 2 seeds have been able to do it since they instituted this format in 2022.
Now here's going to be a line drive to left field, and that is going to be a base hit. And Mastroboni might actually get a double. He is going to second, a throw to second that gets on by, and that's going to be saved by Freeman. And now we got a man on second base with 1 out, which means Cal Raleigh is guaranteed to get in that bat unless Randy Arozarena does something really, really stupid.
Or Mastroboni gets picked off.
Which could happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mariners, with the bye week, they are still going to be awaiting the winner of Cleveland and Detroit.
Honestly, if I was saying which one you would probably want to face, you want to face Detroit. Cleveland.
As long as you can get through Skubal.
Yeah. I'm all like, Detroit's beatable. They limped their way into the postseason. Had the Astros had a better hitting approach, Detroit is not in the postseason, most likely.
And now it's going to be 1-0 for Randy Arozarena. And you have been warned. I only have 58 minutes left on this show because don't quit your day job. And now here's the 1-0 and a swing and a miss, and that is strike 1.
Trying to hope that you get to see, home run 61.
Yeah, I think Cal Raleigh just wants 61, and then he'll move on.
Well, I'm all like, if he's all like, I want to get 61, and then maybe I'll try a chance at 62.
I think he just wants 61. Like, at least you want to beat the great Bambino.
Well, yeah.
Babe Ruth, George Herman Ruth, one of the greatest baseball players of all time. And now the 1-2. And that's going to be a foul ball. And forget what the haters say. The haters are just going to say, well, they were just playing against pitchers that were just bagging groceries as a part-time job on top of their major league thing. It's not a big deal, but still got to hit the dang ball. And there are players that couldn't even do anything during that era.
Yeah.
As now we're at 1-2. And now here's the pitch. And low for a ball. And Matthew, what are you saying Randy about? I mean, you made me think that he hit a home run or something.
Why are you don't be spoiling?
Oh yeah, and please do not. And also for fans during the playoffs, do not spoil anything. Wait until I say it. As we're at 2-2, and now the pitch. Now here's going to be a liner and foul. But with the games being on YouTube TV with better servers from Google, you would think that I'll be more up to date. Don't make a promise if you know you can't keep it. Oh, you won't promise.
No. Oh, no.
I respect that. No, I respect that. I'd rather have people not promise. I can't make that promise.
Yeah.
As we're at 2-2, the pitch.
Finally won a game. It was against the Titans, but still we won.
We're at 3-2,
so
and the pitch, nice. And swing and a foul ball. Luckily, that was fouled. The only highlight of this game so far are 2 home runs from the Dodgers, and one of them will be YouTube shorted.
Yeah. So, did you ever get to see Kershaw in person?
Never. Maybe I have regrets on that.
I actually got lucky to see him once.
Now here's going to be a ground ball. Oh, right to second base. Throw to first in time. Yeah. And now we got Cal Raleigh. And at this point, I think everyone's all about wanting that home run number 61. But he's going to have to do it against Clayton Kershaw.
Gets a home run. I think that breaks a record for the most players with 50 home runs in a single season.
Yeah, by major league players. Yeah, because even in the Juggernaut 2001 season, it was Barry Bonds, Sammy Sosa, Luis Gonzalez, and Alex Rodriguez.
Yeah. And unless something happens, which I highly doubt, I would have to check through every game, but seems like this is going to be the first season since 2005 that we have not had a no-hitter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is going to be strike one. And you can tell that Cal Raleigh just doesn't – he just wants that home run. Just get it over with.
He's thinking about the home run. That's the only thing he's thinking about.
He's just thinking too much about it.
Well, the numbers get to you. Unless you have a quote-unquote balanced
pitch.
Those numbers get
Low
to you.
for a ball. Yeah, which is why most players don't really try to get to that record at this point. Like, I mean, I remember at one point, Mark McGuire was so stressed out that he snapped at an umpire and got thrown out of the game back in '98 before his 62.
Yeah.
As we're at 1-1, and the pitch.
And he was one of the balanced breakfast people.
Well, some would say it was steroids, as it was.
Well, no, that's what I mean by it.
A balanced breakfast.
Some of their excuses were, I had a balanced breakfast.
Brett Boone, I had Wheaties for breakfast.
Because I want to say that was Vaughn's excuse, that he had a balanced
And now
breakfast.
the pitch, low for a ball. Does some people call you cringe? Are you asking me or are you asking Josho?
Might be me.
I mean, people are cringe once in a while. We're at 3-1 for Cal Raleigh, and I'm wondering if I think Clayton Kershaw is just going to walk him. And now the pitch. And that is a strike, and Cal Raleigh thought he was walking. Yeah, I've been called cringe, of course.
Yes.
I've been called much more than cringe. I've had people call me the R word. No surprise there.
Yeah. So going through each game, there are only two chances. If the A's get no hit or the Nationals get no hit. Every other team has at least a hit.
As we're at 3-2. And now the pitch. And inside for ball 4. And how predictable was that? And that will be taking his base is Cal Raleigh. And now we're going to have Eugenio Suarez up to the plate.
Yeah.
And let's see what Eugenio Suarez has in store. He is one home run away from home run number 50. He will be joining Cal Raleigh, Kyle Schwarber, Aaron Judge, Shohei Ohtani as the 4 guys that have hit the 50-plus home runs, and Suarez just has to join him. He has 117 RBIs on this season. Now the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball.
And for the rate that he was going at, the fact that he might get 50, that is kind of just crazy to say how much his power fall off was when he switched teams. Because
with the Mariners, yeah.
He was a surefire going to get to 50 easy.
And that's a strike. As we're at 0-2. Yeah, hit anything, Suarez. I mean, I agree, Mr. Sticky.
Hit the broadside of a barn.
We're at 0-2, though, for Suarez, and you think that he's probably going to strike out because that's all he does. He's been doing that all series long, and now the pitch. And check swing, did he go? He did go, and that is going to be strike 3 at the dirt. Very reminiscent of this moment. The 0-2 pitch.
You gotta love these guys.
I mean, he literally check swing. He literally check swinged at
None
the
of those
dirt.
were in the strike zone.
It wasn't even in the strike zone, and he chuck swinged it. Like, why?
Like, literally, that wasn't Taylor Scott being good. That was just
really
you just
bad.
swinging at crap.
In actuality, though, Dom Canzones came a long way, and I wonder if he came across that video, and maybe that got him motivated.
No, when he's doing his workout, he just hears that audio.
Probably it's on his headphones, and he's just angry about it. I'm gonna do better. But hey, I'll take it. If it's for the team, then why not?
So Mike Trout got a home run, and then he was pulled from the game.
That's exactly what would happen if Cal Raleigh got one. The second he hits a home run, he's going to be pulled from the game so Harry Ford can play.
Yeah. Though in that case, I would just be all like, if it's early in the game, I would just keep him in. So he maybe gets a chance at 62. He's not going to get it, but...
You want Julio at center field? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, we'll get him in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Still got 49 minutes left until this show concludes. I mean, this game
I
is
got
pretty
lucky.
much concluded.
One time Kershaw was doing a rehab outing, and so I got to see him in Round Rock. So I got to see him up close. Pitch.
I'm trying to think which players I have seen great of as we are back from the break. I haven't seen Ohtani in person yet. Oh wait, I actually have seen Ohtani in person in his rookie year with the Angels. He actually was booed at T-Mobile Park, and I was like, "But why?"
What?
Because Mariner fans were mad he didn't go to Seattle.
Well, I'm all like, don't boo him,
Now the
boo
pitch.
the owner.
Yeah, I booed the owner. And that's
Well, and
gonna be
also the
inside
thing is that
ball.
sometimes, like for instance, the Astros Astros fans were booing Bregman after a little bit, and it wasn't so much they were booing Bregman; they were booing his agent.
Yeah, that's what Alex Rodriguez's agent should have gotten. He was the real Alex Rodriguez's agent was the real reason why. Yeah, Scott Boras was the real reason.
You
why
know, the
A-Rod
nice
left
thing
the team.
is, and this is another reason why I would be all for the cap, is that would end Scott Boras.
Now here
Because
is going to
no
be a
one can
ground ball
warn him.
right to second base, throw to first. That's going to be in time, and that's going to be one out.
So
Hesong
then we
Kim in
could
his
be-
last at bat hit a home run.
We could just be done with his antics.
Pretty much.
Because a cap would literally kill his career. Because his career is just extorting teams out of millions of dollars.
You're watching me on a smart refrigerator? There's no really
What?
You're watching me on a refrigerator. What? And now
That's
here
a
is the pitch.
interesting way to watch the game.
That's going to be up high for a ball.
You
I
should
think
be
this
all
is
like,
Michael
honey, can you
Conforto.
close the fridge? I'm trying to watch the game.
And now here is the pitch. Swing and a miss. And that is a strike. I wonder who is the man up bat. That is... Can't even pronounce his name. That's number 47. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, in 6 days, there'll be game 1 of the division series, which I won't be able to do unless my softball tournament rains out, which there is a possibility that it could.
Yeah.
Is now we're at 1-1.
But
And now the pitch. And a swing and a miss. And that is strike 2. So here's what it is. On Friday, we're looking at an up to 50% precipitation, but then the
Ooh.
rain chills out by 4 p.m. And then on Saturday, it starts to rain again. And now the pitch. And now here's going to be a ground ball to Cole Young. Throw to first. That's going to be in time. And that's going to be 2 away. So Saturday is going to start raining like at around 4 a.m. with a 20% precipitation. And then it stops at noon. I think it's a 50-50 that it happens.
yeah, that's what it sounded like.
Honestly, I want the tournament to be rescheduled because I just want to do game 1.
Yeah. Well, we'll just
Now
see
here's
how it
Shohei
goes.
Ohtani.
If the Mariners end up facing Cleveland, that's going to be a very hard series to win.
The pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. I think it's going to be a tough series for anything.
Well, yeah, Detroit will be hard, but Detroit is very much they limped into the postseason. They were limping into the postseason.
As if they were at one point, they were one of the best teams in baseball.
Yeah, and then the All-Star break happened,
The
and then
pitch.
they just
Swing and a miss, and that is going to be strike 2 for Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani at 54 home runs. I think he hit 54 last season.
in his 50-50 season campaign, which, everyone keeps bringing up. And I'm just all like, yes, we know. We know
0-2.
he got-
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Down he goes, and that's going to retire the side. A nice, easy 1-2-3 inning for the Mariners. And now we will go into the
with
next inning.
Garver, Rayleigh, and Crawford.
Yeah, here's my reaction.
I'm just all like, they should not have Garver on the postseason. Should not.
I mean, would you take your chances with Harry Ford, a prospect? Very raw talent.
Yeah, I would. I'm all like, no time like the present.
Nokia phone. He's watching on a Nokia phone. Okay, I think this guy's just joking around.
Well, yeah, it gotta be. Or no.
Next thing you know,
like
he's
the
watching.
Nokia
He's
phone
watching.
that's like,
Next thing you know, he's watching the game on the Game Boy Pocket,
yeah, the Game Boy Light,
the Game Boy Color,
the Game & Watch.
the Game Boy Advance Micro that fits in your back pocket.
Yeah, what the heck was that? Like, why did they make the Game Boy Micro?
I know they were doing fine with just the SP,
Well,
and the Micro didn't even play old Game Boy games, so that's
yeah,
why
it
didn't.
only
It was,
played
that's why it was a
Game Boy
bad
Advance
sell.
games, and the DS was already out and was like $100 more than the Micro, or is it only 50 more?
Who would know?
And the SP was cheaper and could play more.
Yeah, SP was great. The OG
Yeah.
Game Boy Advance, it was good, but they still couldn't figure out the backlit lighting.
Yeah, though I'm all like, if they had gotten that figured out for that design was like the best.
Now
one.
he's really joking.
Yeah.
Watching it on an oven.
But yeah, next you'd be all like, yeah, I'm watching Super Mario Bros. Game & Watch.
And now we are back from the break.
Or the Nokia phone that's like, seen as like one of the most indestructible phones ever made.
Same with the Game Boy Pocket. Survived a grenade explosion in the Persian Gulf War of 90 and 91.
And I'm pretty sure it's still at the Nintendo New York store.
That's true. And now here's Mitch Garver up to the plate. This is going to be fun. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's going to be that kind of game, isn't it?
Pitches do we think this at-bat's going to be?
5.
What's the over-under? Okay, 5.
And the pitch.
I'll take the...
That's going to be up high for a ball. Oh, for Immaculate Grid, choose between 910 and 909.
Okay, 910 and 909. Okay, let me go check.
Now the 1-1 for Garver. Now here's going to be a ground ball. That's going to get right through for a base hit. And now Garver gets on base with a I almost said walk. He gets on base with a base hit. And next is going to be Luke Raley up to the plate. Guess what now? A Game Boy 1992. Sure. Most strikeouts of all time, Clayton Kershaw was a top 20 in strikeouts, just behind Curt Schilling. And now it's going to be the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. Clayton Kershaw pitching his final MLB game of his career, as he will not be part of the playoff squad. A little bit surprised by that because he did have a really good season. But I guess they don't like his playoff choke. That's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 2. As now we're at 0-2 for Clayton Kershaw to Luke Raley. And now the pitch. Low for a ball. That's going to be 1-2.
Oh, we'll go with 910. Looking at the two of them, it took a little bit for it to load. Okay.
And now the 1-2 pitch. Low for a ball. So you say 9-10.
Yes.
We're now at 2-2.
Oh my gosh.
And the pitch. And strike 3 called, and he knew it. And that's going to be 1 out. And now next up is going to be J.P. Crawford. As Mariners are playing very uninspiring baseball on the final day of the season. Got 40 minutes left till this show is over. And now would have achieved show number 71 of the season.
That's good.
Almost, not quite 100, but it is what it is. That's going to be a foul ball.
Because 100 was the goal, right?
100 was the goal, yes. As we're at 0-1.
There's only one game left that can be a no-hitter. It's the Nationals game.
We're at 0-1 the pitch, and that is a strike. Clayton Kershaw's fastball has really dipped. In 2008, he was a 95, and now went all the way down to 89, so I can see why he's not going to get a spot in the playoffs.
And why he's retiring now. But you could be Verlander. He's just like, let's keep going.
Yeah, he's still pitching. And the throw to first.
He still is. He's still pitching
Not in
very
time.
well.
But he's not a playoff guy, too. That's the problem.
Well, no, he is. He's not a World Series guy. That's his problem.
That's why they don't
When
want him.
World Series happens.
We're at 0-2 now. The pitch, and here's going to be a ground ball. It could be double play ball. Throw to second. Throw to first. No throw to first. Only a play to second base. But it's going to be 2 outs, and it's going to be up to Leo Rivas. And this is like the boring part of the Mariners offense when you have Mitch Carver, then Luke Raley, then J.P. Crawford, and then Leo Rivas, then Cole Young and Miles Mastroboni. Clayton Kershaw's adjusting his jock strap.
It's got to make sure it's there.
Adrian Beltre played with no jock strap.
Yes.
Wonder if Mitch Haniger didn't play with a jock strap either, because he once had problems with his something. If you remember my OG timeline video, I blindly wrote Mitch Haniger ruptured his thing. And now here's going to be a fly ball to left, caught. And that's going to
at least now they have more playoff appearances than that now.
They do. And
yeah, because before 2022 they had more of that than they had playoff appearances.
Let's give more reasons to laugh at the Mariners right now.
My point is it's across all Seattle sports. It's this idea, like people pleading 3-4 years ago to bring back Ichiro.
Yeah,
Ichiro was like 93 years old. I'm like,
I'll
no, I do not want to bring back Ichiro. Like Griffey when he's got a walker out there and he gives you a single every 60 games. Like the list goes on and on. Like people crying. Like Haniger comes back, and you think that we just signed a Hall of Famer. Like he was injured all of last year. He's like 33 years old. We trade for him, give up on Robbie Ray, which whatever, and all of a sudden, I swear, all of Twitter is like, "World Series, baby! Let's go! Let's go!" He was a negative WAR player for them last year, but because we love Hanny, baby. He's going to come and save the Mariners.
He's going to come and save the Mariners. Well, Bryce Miller's day is done.
Good. Even though I'd rather still have him go all the way because just save the bullpen.
You got to save that bullpen.
Well, they have a bye week, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
Even then, you don't want to be taxing your bullpen unnecessarily. Because even though it is a bye week, it's not exactly a perfect bye week.
I guess you want to keep them fresh through the bye week while they're probably still doing baseball practices.
Yeah.
Getting swept after having all that momentum is exactly ideal going into the playoffs. Yeah, not so much. And we're back to the break.
Not ideal at all.
Reds are losing to the Brewers but if the Mets lose and the Reds lose, then the Reds will actually make the playoffs and the Mets actually won't. And so much for spending all that
the Mets are getting the crap kicked out of them by the Marlins.
By the Marlins, out of all teams.
Actually, the Marlins were actually kind of a surprise this year. They still had a losing season, but they are 78-83. That's actually kind of surprising for the Marlins. They're typically
we're
worse.
At 1-0, and the pitch, and that's going to be outside for a ball.
And then you got the White Sox with 102 losses and the Rockies with 118 losses. And the White Sox, that's a great improvement.
And that's going to be a fly ball to center field, and Luke Raley's going to be there, and he makes the catch, and that's going to be 1 out. Easy out against Mookie Betts, the other former MVP. And looks like we got a new player. I think it might be a new player. Nope, it's going to be
Dalton Rushing.
Dalton Rushing. I think he's taking over for Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman's
Yes,
done for the day.
So this is his rookie season.
And the pitch.
At Rushing.
And that's going to be a strike.
He has played a decent amount of games because he has 140 at-bats.
We're at 0-1.
With a 200 batting average.
And that's going to be up high for a ball.
Really setting the world on fire with that Mendoza line pitch hitting.
As we're at 1-1. And the pitch. Low for a ball. That is going to be 2-1. We're at 2-1. Now here's the pitch. And that is going to be a strike.
But yeah, it's kind of bad in Houston sports. We're all like, when's the basketball season starting? Because
Kevin Durant.
Like sadly, the Rockets are probably the best chance that we have of getting something good.
And the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to be 2 down.
Because the Texans are 1-3.
Yeah, they're pretty bad. I thought CJ Stroud was.
They don't
supposed
have an
to be the
offensive
guy.
line at all. Okay, the no-hitter in Washington is still alive.
Is now we have Teoscar Hernandez
Going
batting
into the
248. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Some remember that Teoscar Hernandez was actually part of the Mariners organization in 2023.
Yeah, too bad you don't have your fantasy team anymore because Diaz got a home run.
Who Diaz?
Yeah, Yainer
Diaz. And that's going to be swing and a miss. Astros are winning 2-1 against the Angels.
Yeah.
Texas is beating the Guardians 4-3.
Well, Cleveland's just resting.
But if the Tigers win and the Guardians lose, they lose their division.
Yeah, but
and the pitch, and that's going to be popped up into right center field.
For Detroit,
he makes the catch.
It's 3-4. Red Sox are leading.
Looks like Clayton Kershaw is getting another inning. He's going to try to finish the 5th inning so he can officially record his final win of his career.
They're going to go for the win here for him.
And why not?
Well, yeah, it's a garbage time game, essentially.
If Cleveland wins, if Cleveland loses and Tigers win, Tigers get that division.
What if they both lose?
Cleveland still gets the division.
Okay. Because currently both are losing.
Let me check. Yep, Tigers are losing, all right.
Oh, Astros just made it 4-1.
And they're kind of like, why didn't they do this against the A's?
Oh, yeah, where was this offense, most of the season?
It was non-existent.
Why I want them to get a hitting coach, because this is the problem.
Oh, forgot to do the Immaculate Grid. That's how distracted I was.
That's okay. And I think in terms of
Edwin
let's see.
Diaz is already warming up. Like they've pretty much called it quits for the Mets.
Yeah, because they don't have a chance really. They can't beat the Marlins.
Basically,
Well, the
everyone with
Marlins are
huge
better.
playoff implications are losing.
It's still the Marlins. So unless Altuve and Walker do not come out in this game because they're on the bench right now, if they do not come out, Altuve will end the season with the most game appearances for all Astros with 155.
And now the
Walker
pitch
had 154.
gonna be a ball, a foul ball.
And everyone else had around 100.
And now the 1-1. Now here's going to be a ground ball. That's going to be a base hit. Nice base hit for Cole Young. And now next up to the plate, it's going to be Miles Mastrobuoni, who is 1 for 1.
Yeah.
Still plenty of baseball left. Going into the top of the 6th inning, we will do our final 2 immaculate grids. And possibly my final send-off will be the 7th inning stretch, and then I'll be like, all right, deuces.
Yeah.
And this game has been a snore fest for me. The only exciting parts of the game were those 2 home runs. That's how bad this game really has been if you're a Mariners fan. And now here's the pitch to Miles, and that is a strike. And I wonder if Miles Mastrobuoni is going to be part of this team going into the playoffs. Who knows? I can tell you that I don't think Cole Young and Harry Ford are going to make it.
Yeah, I highly doubt
raw
it.
talent. 0-1 up high for a ball, so they'll certainly be working on their games going to the off season, but they'll have great opportunities to make some strides in spring training as we're at 1-1. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be right in there for a strike. And Colt Emerson might have a good shot to make it to the team as well, as he has already been dominating in AAA, but still remains to be seen as we're at 1-2 for Clayton Kershaw. And now here's the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball, double play ball, throw to second, and the throw to first. And not in time, and that's going to be Miles Mastrobuoni at first base. And now we've got Randy Arozarena.
Yeah. So I imagine Roberts is just going to give Kershaw all the space he wants on this.
I think he'll get one. I think he's going to do what Dan Wilson did with, I think, Luis Castillo, where he gets one more batter in the 6th inning just so he can get the send-off. And now here is Arozarena, and that's going to be a foul ball. As we're at 0-1. Clayton Kershaw is definitely looking forward to retirement life. And the 0-1 way up high for a ball that gets away, and the throw to second. And that's going to be not in time. And Miles Mastrobuoni is now at second base with a runner in scoring position. Mariners,
what they should do for Kershaw?
Uninspiring baseball. What?
Pull out the designated hitter and then allow him to do an at-bat.
Oh, looks like the ball ricocheted off of Kershaw, possibly. Don't do that to the old man.
Yeah, I'm all no, we can't be hitting this man. He's an old man. But yeah, just have him
hit his back. It literally hit his back.
No,
now we're at 1-1. And the pitch. Up
had
high
him do
for
an
a ball.
at-bat. His final appearance is having an at-bat.
I wonder if Clayton Kershaw's actually hit a home run. I'm curious about that.
Well, let me see.
And now the
'Cause
pitch, way up high for a ball.
his stats will be there. If it'll allow me to. No, not that game.
So we're at 3-1. It's going to be a foul ball. Their notable starters are going to Blake Snell, but he's hurt. It was Yamamoto, Dustin May, Tyler Glasnow. They don't really have that much good starters.
Yep.
And now we're at 3-2. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is going to be 2 outs. And now it's going to be Cal Raleigh. He's going to try this again. And possibly this could be the very last batter that Clayton Kershaw ever faces in his career. It's very possible, which is why some fans are standing up.
Yeah.
Well, it's mostly Mariners fans for Cal Raleigh to see if he can get home run number 61. And now the pitch.
I know how many home runs he's hit.
And that's going to be a strike. He's hit 60 home runs, batting .246 with 125 RBIs.
And if you're
now we're at
wondering for
0-1.
Kershaw,
And the pitch. And the foul ball. That's going to be strike 2 already.
he in his entire career hit 1 home run in
The
2013.
0-2. And a swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to retire the side. And that might just be his final. Yep, and all of the Dodger fans are giving him that standing ovation, as that may have been his final strikeout of his career. And fittingly, he does it against the big dumper Cal Raleigh. We go into the top of the 6th inning. It's time for some Immaculate Grid.
Immaculate Grid. Oh, fun. Okay, let's try to get that 3 ERA career pitching. For the Cy Young version for it, let's go. Let's do one really out there. Rollie Fingers, one of the few relievers to win the award. Okay. 20 wins. Let's go for the man himself, Cy Young. Let's go with that.
Fitting.
And then 30 saves. Let's go Billy Wagner.
Billy Swagner.
Billy Swagner.
Which has happened.
Okay, so let's see. 30 saves, born outside the USA. Let's go Aroldis Chokeman. I know this is going to tank me, but born outside the USA, Cy Young. Let's go Pedro Martinez. Just to get that spot, because we're just trying to get as many spots here. Hall of Fame 20 win season. Old Hoss Radbourne. You could just do Old Hoss. I'm pretty sure that does show up.
Old Hoss Radbourne. There we go.
Okay, 30 save season. And
One more. You'll get one more.
Hall of Fame. Let's go Trevor Hoffman.
Screw it. Just finish it, because it's pretty much a worthless game at this point.
Okay, Cy Young, Hall of Fame. Let's go Randy Johnson. And 20 wins, born outside the USA. I'm actually blanking on this one. Because Pedro would have been nice, but I used him already. Hmm. Come on, let's think of a name. Think of a name. I am actually blanking on this. Yeah, you can just hit the give up button because I am blanking.
You got 196.
Probably my best performance.
And this one's going to be mine. That's going to be a foul ball. At this point, I'm just going to play 2 because this is pretty much a worthless game.
Yeah.
I'm going to put in Freddie Freeman. Played right field. Ichiro Suzuki. I'm going to go with Brett Boone. He didn't get it.
Oh, man. I could have guessed Bartolo Colon. Oh.
Jason Giambi. Or I'm going to try Jack Cust. Nope. This is a bad one for me. Oh, no. Daniel Vogelbach.
One of those names that you're just all like, they were on All-Star.
Jay Buhner. Right field. Was an all-star. I'll go with Gary Sheffield. Yup. 30 home run, 40. I'm going to try Brady Anderson. Nope. Yeah, you killed me on this one.
Yeah. I thought you were going to have it for me. Let's see.
Nope. Now we're at 0-2.
Oh,
and I think
there was one I thought of for 30 home runs, 40 career WAR. Jose Altuve.
Jose Altuve. As we got a strikeout, and that's going to be 2 outs. Next up to bat's going to be Eugenio Suarez, Mitch Garver, and Luke Raley. Honestly, I might even just cut it because I think by the time it gets to the 7th inning, I'll be cutting it too close. So
yeah, probably
I
just
think
whenever.
Pretty much. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball.
Since it's almost to the bottom of the 6th right now. So
I know. Might
probably just
finish
wait
the
until
bottom of the 6th. And after that, then I might take off. As we're at 1-0. And now the pitch. And that is a strike. As that's going to be 1-1. I mean, there's like no players to really follow. It's like maybe for Suarez's home run, maybe for his 50th, I'll be love to be a part of that. If he hits a home run, then I'll take off.
Yeah. Since it just seems like no one's really like actively playing here. They're just kind of showing up.
As we're at 1-2 and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to retire the side. We go into the bottom of the 6th inning. Nationals just ended the no-hitter.
So, yep, no, there will be no hitters this no hitters this season.
This is how to explain the Mets game. Yeah, that's pretty embarrassing. It is. Let's see what's going on in the NFL.
Other than Texans winning, I can't tell you too much.
All right.
And what stinks about the Nationals game is the guy who was doing it was pitching a perfect game, and he is only on 67 pitches, and he's in the 6th inning. He was horsing, like he was going through it really quick.
That's brutal.
Yeah. At that point, if you're the Nationals, just give up. Just give up.
After Eugenio Suarez is at bat, I'm gonna take off.
Sounds good.
And we got Lions
We'll
just
watch it be like first pitch swinging.
Colts and Rams are tied. Jacksonville is beating the Niners right now.
Not surprising there. The Niners are super injured.
Ravens beating the Chiefs as of now.
Oh, you gotta love it.
And then Steelers beat the Vikings. Falcons beat the Commanders.
I'm all like, they should have just gone with MFers. Everyone would have been an MFers fan.
And I think Clayton Kershaw is still pitching, and now here's the pitch.
It is. He's still pitching. I think they're going to do what
the standing ovation. Yep. I'll at least be there for that.
Yeah.
And now the 1-0 pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Would just like to see Eugenio Suarez just hit just one more dang home run.
He's going to be all like, all right, good vibes only. And no, I'm not going to hit that home run. Good vibes only.
Yep, he's pretty much hitting it. He swung at the dirt.
He's all like, I want to be a good sport and allow Kershaw to go out with a great strikeout.
Don't do that. 1-2. Low for a ball. That's going to be 1-2.
Since he struck out 4 times against Kershaw.
Now we're at 2-2. Clayton Kershaw is on the verge of getting another strikeout. He'll be at strikeout number 7 if he does so. And now the 2-2 pitch. Low for a ball 3. He actually didn't chase that one. And this is all we need.
All right, guys, goodbyes only. Don't forget it.
Stop it.
Thank you.
As now we're at 3-2 full count. This could be it. And now the 3-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that is going to be 1 out. He did pull the can zone, and he's getting the standing ovation. And I think this might just be it for Clayton Kershaw, as I think Dave Roberts might be coming out to pull out Clayton Kershaw. Let's see if it does. And it looks like it's going to, because Freddie Freeman's coming out there to give him a hug.
Everyone's coming up to the mound.
Everyone else, yep, they're giving him the standing ovation, and this is going to be a very fitting send-off for Clayton Kershaw, and this is what he's going to get. He's getting hugged and embraced by all of his teammates. Freddie Freeman to Clayton Kershaw. And now he is done for the day. Yeah. And look at this crowd. Listen to the crowd. He is getting a standing ovation, and he gets it done in Seattle.
Well, I think anywhere he would have gotten a massive standing ovation.
A very long storied career for Clayton Kershaw, 2-time World Series champion.
I just remember
multiple Cy Young winner.
Game 5 of the 2017 World Series.
But nonetheless,
2 seconds?
Nonetheless, he has completed his career, and that is going to be it. He was a pitcher since 2008 when Joe Torre was the manager.
And now out of the really, prominent older pitchers, there's only 2 left, and I don't know how long Max Scherzer is going to keep going.
Well,
Verlander, he's going as long as he wants.
Well, because of that send-off, I am going to be taking off myself. And everyone, I just want to say thank you for being on this show. Thank you very much. Josh, thank you for basically carrying this Mariners offense. Too bad they couldn't do it today. So I think at the end of the day, it's all in our heads, really.
Before you go, did you hear anything on Josh Naylor? Because he's been resting because he kind of injured himself.
Day to day until October 4th, they say.
Ooh, that could be bad.
But anyways, that's going to be it. And everyone, thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of my 71 live streaming journey. Too bad I can't finish the game, but it is what it is. And all I can say is go Mariners.
Go Rockets.